24, that system expands to all contested catches. So you can now make plays on curls, slants, and crossers much more effectively, and you can hit receivers coming across the middle. All of these improvements increase your control and ability to defend the passing game. New wrap tackle types like scoop tackles, low wrap tackles, and mismatch tackles pay off the size, momentum, and matchup of every tackle. On the other side of the ball, improvements to skill-based passing introduces upgrades to make both throwing and catching smoother. Receivers will now maintain their speed and momentum when catching, no matter where you place the pass, giving you more control to get loose and turn upfield. And new jump, dive, and no-look pass animations have been added for quarterbacks who often improvise to manufacture a clear passing lane. Madden 24's new character skeleton, Sapien, has been completely rebuilt from the ground up, resulting in more realistic animation. Enhancements to the ball carrier pathfinding and AI behavior include the implementation of frostbite navigation grid capabilities for the first time. The result is a better assessment of the playing field and defensive threats by ball carrier AI, and more appropriate movement through the chaos of a play. As a result of improved traits that intelligently determine how quarterback AI performs, each QB represents a unique defensive challenge in Madden 24. Conservative quarterbacks will check down more often, ideal decision makers know exactly when to sling in a tight window throw, and aggressive signal callers come with high risk, high reward. Mobile quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson are also able to use ball carrier pathfinding and are more dynamic to play against as a result. In addition, AI quarterbacks can better execute the quick passing game, call hot routes, audible at the line, and are smarter and more challenging to play against overall. New read steps and crossover footwork allow DBs to see the ball and make plays more authentically. And now defenders need to be able to see the ball in order to make a play on it. As a result, slant routes and crossing routes will have a higher chance of breakups or interceptions, and defenders can utilize new animations to make more plays on high balls. Fumble recoveries are more realistic with new animations like crowded pileups and scoop and scores, and onside kicks are more authentic with the addition of new ball physics. With over 70 new offensive formations, new pass and run plays that take into account a team's identity, and over 500 new plays, there's more play calling variety in Madden 24. New team-specific formations take into account real-life personnel alignments that allow for unique matchups, letting you be more creative when play calling. Improvements to Madden 24's post-play engine gives NFL stars more true-to-life reactions after every play. Contextually appropriate reactions with more celebrations and frustrations make your teammates more dynamic and boosts immersion. Madden NFL 24 was designed to provide players with more control, more realism, and more confidence on the field. And we can't wait for you to get your hands on it. Training camp is one of the most requested features among franchise players, and it's officially back, along with new minigames in Madden 24. During training camp before the start of each season, you can run players through a series of minigames to improve different positions on your roster. Stay a step ahead with rushing attack, enhance your special team skills with field goal and punt accuracy, practice escaping defenders in backfield survival, fine-tune your footwork in wide receiver DB battles, and polish the rest of your skills. A bronze, silver, or gold minigame performance will determine your rewards, which could include XP, skill points, and other team progression items. During the season, minigames are part of your weekly strategy, so you can continue to progress your focus players throughout the season. In Madden 24, we've rebuilt the trade system with more trade slots and logic tuning, enhanced free agency and contracts, and expanded draft class generators so you can replicate team-building moves made by real NFL GMs. In Madden 24, we've added 3 more trade slots so you can offer up to 6 trade assets, including players and draft picks, to help land the perfect players for your scheme. The new iteration of free agency also enables more authentic competition with new AI enhancements, like team building that improves franchise tags, 5th-year option selections, and free agent negotiation tactics. Redesigned salary cap management aligns with the NFL rulebook and includes the additions of top community requests such as contract restructuring. Now teams have more tools to use for retaining the core of their team and keep their Super Bowl window open as long as possible. We've expanded draft class generators for more variety in player pools and addressed feedback by implementing additional 99 Club prospects, multi-talented utility prospects, and generators based on some of your favorite football legends. In Madden 24, coaches and player personnel now have access to a third talent tree and a variety of new talents. For offensive and defensive coordinators, a new position guru tree elevates a single position with a choice between 2 skill paths. These improvements give you more ways to find good coaches and to develop specific positions. New customization options like team relocation and commissioner tools give you more control in franchise mode. In Madden 24, team relocation has been revamped. Now you can relocate in coach mode at any time once per season, and the move takes effect immediately with new cities and fresh uniform concepts to choose from. We know our franchise players and commissioners want more control over their leagues, so we're continuing a multi-year journey to deliver more commissioner settings in Madden 24. New commissioner tools like draft class strength settings, toggle auto reorder depth charts, offensive and defensive play call settings, as well as progression and regression sliders, provide more ways to set up leagues the way you want to play.
In this video, we'll deep dive into the return of Superstar and its features like the NFL Combine, mini games, real-time player grading, and our new Superstar Showdown game mode. In the league, you will become a superstar by using the game-changing controller FieldSense to write your script the way you want, starting at the NFL Combine. See how you stack up against the best Combine performers from the 2023 showcase and set the stage for your future. Compete in position-specific training drills and mini-games like the 40-yard dash, broad jump, 20-yard shuttle, and bench press that increase or decrease your superstar's draft stock, while also providing the ability to earn rewards that improve your players' ratings. Further cement your draft position with the Combine interview, a timed football test that'll take you up or down the draft board according to your answers. Then enter the draft and take the league by storm with a unique and personal experience based on your gameplay performance. Now that you're in the NFL, complete missions that reward your on-field play, unlock brand endorsements, and further customize your player by equipping all new celebrations and emotes. We've added a social media news feed where you'll see a variety of reactions and commentary to what you do on and off the field, along with stats and league news from a cast of NFL insiders, including Mina Kimes and Dan Orlovsky. The social media feed will also include live action videos from real-time player grading provides immediate evaluations, moment to moment and play to play, taking all of your actions into account. In Madden 24, key actions on the field are broken down and analyzed, giving you instant gameplay feedback, letting you know what you're doing well and what you may need to practice. With grades, you'll earn rewards to boost your players' ratings and be the superstar everyone is talking about. In Madden 24, not only can you create a roster of different positional players, but now you can have a separate avatar for each position. So you can tear up the game as a running back and be an unstoppable force as a linebacker with completely separate progression paths. When you reach rating thresholds and complete specific gameplay objectives, you unlock tiered abilities that make your avatar more powerful on the field. You can also develop a player's skills with new side activities that include practice drills, community events, recovery methods, and mini-games. That's right. Rushing attack, target passing, and all of your favorite mini-games returning to Madden 24 would be yet another way to grow your career inside of Superstar mode. With multiple ways to play and progress, no matter where, what, or how you play, you're making strides to become the best to ever do it, even in Superstar Showdown. Showdown is a new way to play with your friends and compete head-to-head with other superstars online. With a new on-the-fly play call system, you can call plays at the line of scrimmage like a dominant superstar would, and do it in style sporting the hottest gear in the game. Superstar Showdown will have live events, one-of-a-kind rewards, real-time player grading with customized tracking for on-field mechanics, and endless opportunities for you to continue to master all of your player builds. The return of Superstar in Madden 24 is here to empower your greatness. So let's see it.
Meta play of all meta plays, and it was took advantage of the defense because of how the flip worked. Talk to me how it's different this year.
Yeah, so we would see our players run this play, flip it, and instead of the players crossing field, you just would give that route, that seam route, you would give it to the receiver. And if you had some speed over there, it gave defenses fits. And it was a rather easy fix. That we just said, if you're going to flip the play, we're going to make the tight end cross the field. He's going to keep his route, and our video game defensive coordinators are going to sleep a whole lot better because of that change.
Just all your PA slot cross tight end fans, got some bad news for you. You're not going to be able to just manipulate that to the wide receiver gets the route you wanted. And you can already see the difference here, even just like in sort of a stock adjusted defense.
Oh my God.
The coverage was a lot better downfield.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that change too because it takes away just one of the quick hike. You know, everyone complains about the quick hike, snap, audible. It takes away one of the most OP plays.
And there you go. There's one of those zones dropping back. That was a play I think you were looking at a year or two ago. That ball would sail over his shoulder. You wouldn't, unless you were clicked on, you weren't making a play on that one. Yeah, obviously, you know, when we're talking about a new game, I think we tend to steer towards talking about the offensive changes because there are players want to do. They want to go score points. But I think it's important that, you know, the word I think you keep bringing up, and I think you're going to hear a lot throughout this video, is balance. It's for every offensive ad, we're giving something defensively that gives them a chance to counter that.
Right. And once the game gets in the hands of our players and they get a chance to lab, at some point, offense or defense is going to swing the pendulum in their favor. But it's a very tough job for us to try to balance, but we really put a lot of time and effort into trying to make sure there's something that counters everything.
Good knockout.
Great knockout.
Yeah, they breaking on that pass.
Yes, sir.
One thing I'm noticing from this year to last year is how the cornerbacks and the safeties there don't really need knockout abilities to break on the ball, get knockouts.
Obviously, last year, knockout was probably one of the, you could make the argument that it was the most important.
I think most would say it was the most important ability.
You could definitely
without
make
a doubt.
that argument. And whereas players with knockout are still going to knock out more passes this year, it's not a necessity. If a player is there and he is there in time to make a play, you should have a chance to knock the ball out, especially depending on the catch and traffic rating of the receiver.
Boy, it does feel like as we're getting to see a little bit of those run plays. If you're at home, we're talking about the catch animations, those catch windows. If you're up at home and you're like, I'm a runner, okay? I want to tote the ball. I want to pound the rock. The new and improved blocking schemes, I think, makes running a viable offense.
For sure.
Especially here in 24.
Yeah, a lot of improvements went into run. You're going to see some new pull blockers if you want to run toss and those plays to get you outside. But I think the thing that I'm most excited about is our targeting. Like, in the past, we had an issue where blockers would try to determine where the running back wanted to go. And that led to them just being
It's bad guessing
unpredictable.
game.
Yeah, like you didn't know where they was going to go. This year, they're just very decisive. They get it in the open field, they target who they want to block, and they get action.
Oh, no. It's just...
One thing I also noticed pretty manly is that last year there was a real big problem with like receivers bumping off their routes. And, you know, just random things would happen. Right now I'm seeing just really fluid routes. People, like, my receivers aren't really getting bumped off their patterns, and I'm really liking that, honestly.
Yeah, effort went into that, too. It's crazy. I didn't know if that would be noticed, especially considering it's that first game. But that's a real frustrating point for a user because everything like that you see, it feels like illegal touching or illegal holding or a PI is something. You're looking like, man, what's happening to my receiver? So some effort went to letting those guys resolve that bump faster and get him back into his route.
It seems like when I pass commit, I'm getting like not super animations, but like I'm getting a much better pass rush animation. Like they really trying to rush the passer rather than just sit there and, you know, play patty cake with it.
Yeah, if you pass commit, especially on these play action plays, you are basically canceling out your defensive line or your pass rushers, even considering the fact that it's a run. They're going to go right into that pass rush assignment, which is going to allow them to shed blocks a bit faster. So I don't know if going to that, absolutely. In office, I still walk people to the line and I press, and it takes once for me to get beat and go, okay,
maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, I got to remember. It's important for us to mention, too, obviously, escape artists gave a lot of us headaches, few nightmares. In 23, we made an effort to make scrambling quarterbacks stay in the pocket a bit more. Oh, Bills got it back. So in 24, we wanted to make sure that scrambling quarterbacks, and mobile quarterbacks, felt mobile. Even if you're not scrambling, the way that Clef is getting out the pocket, he's not necessarily scrambling, but he's able to get out of the pocket and make plays. But at the same time, Dez could contain, and that contain is going to pretty much keep him from being able to just run around.
I mean, look at
and
the
do whatever he
end,
wants to do.
keep Allen in right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but Clef just finds Gabriel Davis down the field. I mean, he's not called Clef the Mortal. He's Clef the God. Just want to let you know, though, you're not going to be able to screenshot this and be like, see, I beat Dez, and I'm 1-0 against him in Madden 24. Okay?
I'm 1-0. See, it's how you start. It ain't always how you finish.
It's how you start. It's only how you start.
It's only how you start. We start off 1-0. Maybe.
This is where Dez should have brought his belts here, just like laid them out and be like, ah. Reminder, guys, if you're wanting to compete, if you want to maybe match up with one of these guys, $1.7 million on the line in the MCS season this year. Registration is now open. The Ultimate Kickoff, first tournament of the season, September 5th and 6th. So make sure you sign up today. You never know. But let's be clear. We didn't know this man Dez last year, and all he did was show up and win 2 belts. So if you're out there going, I don't have a chance to this, you don't know that until you sign up.
I'm running this cover 2 invert, and I see my safety, like, how he's getting to the sideline. He's not, like, strafing. He's, like, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of running over there to the top of the screen.
He's not strafing, but he's also not sprinting. It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, so it's a new loco type. You're going to see these guys do read steps first, and then you're going to see them go in the crossover run. So, Clef, that's a great call out because he's not in strafe, but he still has his hips turned. He can run, but he's still facing the quarterback. And this is authentic to the sport. You see these guys, they don't just turn around and just run to a spot.
Well, it's nice to see because I think if you're usering and you hold both triggers, it does the same thing.
Absolutely.
We're now seeing the CPU able to do that as well.
Yep. And this is something that, again, people are going to have to reprogram themselves. In the past, if you was on strafe and you held sprint, you just strafed still. Yeah. But this year, if you're holding both triggers, you're going to turn your hip.
Crossover, yeah.
You're going to cross over this year.
I'm not going to lie. I've seen Dez run some RPOs. RPOs are kind of dangerous here, especially with that improved blocking. I don't know. It's a scary year. If you're thinking about RPO, running some RPO as your offense, this might be the year to do it early.
I think it's a great year to see just how much of a chess match this sport is. If you want to mix in pass, run, RPO, a little bit of QB sneak here and there, you can just keep the defense guessing.
I'm seeing a lot of new tackle animations. Is there new tackling techniques in the game?
There are. So, Nick, you're going to hate this, but conservative tackle has been replaced.
No!
I know.
I'm not going to accidentally mess up my tackle again. I'm out, guys.
I knew you were going to have that reaction, but conservative tackle has been replaced with wrap tackles. It's still pressing A or X depending on what console you're on, but you're going to see these guys try to wrap up the ball carrier, and the outcome is going to vary depending on speed, strength, size, and I say speed of the ball carrier. If they're moving at low speed, you're going to see different animations. So you'll see defensive backs wrap up legs because that's authentic to the sport. You'll see these big guys hit a ball carrier up high and drive him backwards.
Tight window throws. They're possible in this game, especially with the good quarterbacks. That's a coverage sack right there. He's sitting in the pocket, and it doesn't feel like they have 6, 7, 8 seconds to throw the ball. The pass rush has certainly been tuned.
Right, but it's also not that, as soon as you drop back,
it's not unfun.
Exactly.
So there's one of those play actions in a situation probably weren't running the ball. Shotgun play action on 1st and 10.
Right. I don't know if it was a pass commit done there, but that's exactly the behavior you can expect to see if you pass commit on a play action pass.
Look at him back off the press on Stephon Diggs.
Des
like, nah, dude, not having it again. I don't care that there's 50 seconds left. You're not getting another one on me.
I learned my lesson.
All right, so maybe George Karlaftis might be great. I don't know. He's having a day. I mean, what a game. 2 of the best battling it out. First game of Madden 24. And guys, before we get out of here, I'm curious. You've gotten to play the game, full 20 minutes of gameplay. Clef, I'm going to start with you. What's the biggest change you felt or saw between last year and then your first try here at Madden 24?
I'll say catch.